everybody. I want to thank you all for coming out and helping us wrap up our season with our indoor concert. Tonight is all about celebrating this season and the things that went well, and especially the performers. So tonight is about them. As you can tell, there's no hats on, there's no plumes on. We want to see their faces so you can cheer them on. We have a lot to do, and I want to do it in a short amount of time so I can get you out of here, get you home, because I want to go lay down on my couch. Marching band season, my body runs on extra adrenaline, and then as soon as that last competition is done, I just collapse. So if I fall asleep doing this, someone just nudge me, because it's very highly possible. All right, one thing that we have done traditionally over the years, and we got this idea from a band in Minnesota, was to introduce every single kid in the band. And we want to do it in a fun way. So the kids are hopefully appropriately creative and wrote some things to kind of introduce them. So we're going to kind of go through the band. Some of them have superlatives. Some of them have written a horror movie for Halloween. Some of them are going to do, you'll find out. It's all crazy stuff. So first of all, let's introduce the band. We're going to start with our flute section. They're small but mighty. Where's our flute section at? All right. If you're not a flute, pop us up. So over the years, we had about 20-some flutes a few years ago, and then all of a sudden, more and more decided, hey, I like color guard a whole lot, and then it got smaller and smaller and smaller, and so, but these are the best ones, obviously. All right, here are our flutes, and this is their superlatives. First of all, brand new, just joined us this year after the season started, Taylor Gallion right there. And she is most likely not to be able to play her flute because it just broke. We fixed it how many times this year? I don't know, a bunch.
I think it's 8.
8 times, all right. Then we have Sydney Harper right next to her. And Sydney's most likely to have her flute fall apart during a run through. This actually happened. She brought it to me in pieces and said, here, Mr. Stevens, can you fix this? Next we have Alba McFarland. I don't know what this means. Most likely to be a Swifty flute. Could someone please explain? Oh, Taylor's. We're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. Sophie Lynn is right there next. And Sophie's most likely just to trip over her flute. Maybe that's why all the flutes are breaking. Maybe she's tripping over the flutes. Next is Kara Carney. And she is most likely to change from guard to flute, because she was in guard last year. And finally, our last flute is Carrie Parrott. And she is definitely the most likely to have played in the American in Paris show, because she's the only one that did. So there's our flute section, everybody. Oh, and Sydney's flute just fell apart. All right, next we go to our clarinet section. So they decided they were going to write something that, if they were all in a horror movie for Halloween, how would they kick the bucket? So, first, our freshman, Noah Gandolfi. Noah's down here. As the crazy psycho was trying to get Noah, he just fell down the stairs. So, next we have Emmy Mahana. There's Emmy. Emmy was jamming to tunes in her headphones and didn't hear the killer, and then she was gone. Aubrey Watson. As you can tell, Aubrey is taller than me, which is very unfair. She was running away from the killer and ran into a tree branch. Next, Grayson Shotkoski. Where's Grayson? Now, the killer did not get her, but she ran away and no one saw her again. So I don't know what happened with Grayson. Next, we have Emily Ramirez. Emily has an interesting story. She locked herself in the basement, and she survived. But then she ate a can of expired food, and that was it. Next, we have Annabeth York. There's Annabeth. Now, this is very unfortunate. You guys can probably go along with this one. She survived this first movie, but she was cast in the sequel, and it was so bad, and it was just, yeah, it was just bad. Bad sequel. Mackenzie Rogers. Where's Mackenzie? There she is. So the doorbell rings. The person said they had a pizza for her. It's kind of like the land shark on SNL. Open the door. That was it. All right. Our last freshman, Harper Seaton. There's Harper. She really trusted the killer, and that was bad for her. She shouldn't have done that. She was very trusting. All right, our sophomores, Chloe Yang. There's Chloe. Have you seen the Day of the Dead? Like they're in a mall? That's what happened to Chloe. She got stuck in the mall, and the killer found her. Addie Koval is next. There's Addie. She just sat in the corner in silence, and the killer just walked on by. So she lived. Katie Atterbury. The killer just wanted her to shut up, and so that was it. That was it. Lexi Brown, Alexis, there's Alexis. She didn't even know who the killer was. They walked by each other and just kind of waved at each other. Nothing happened. That was great. Good job, Alexis. Ollie Blackman, there's Ollie. She was watching TV one night, killer snuck up, and that was it. And our final sophomore, Cameron Nelson, there's Cameron. She tried to fight off the killer, but to no avail. Speaking of that, today we had a intruder drill at the junior high. I had the 5th graders there, which was a big mistake. And so they were in the band room, we were sitting down talking, and one little boy goes, "Mr. Stevens, I know what I will do if the intruder comes in the band room." I said, "What?" He goes, "I know Taekwondo. He's in trouble." We have one more sophomore I forgot about. Cheyenne Stevens right there. And for a very secretive reason, the clarinets all turned on her, and I don't know why. We'll find out. We'll find out later. All right, our juniors. Now, this junior is clarinet player, but drum major. Does that make sense? Taya accuses everyone of being the killer, and then eventually gets it.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't Taya. Park Baker. There's Park. She accidentally, just walking down the street, bumped into the killer. That was the end of her. Lauren Ribby. Lauren got this fancy new car today, and she tried to bribe the killer with the car. Didn't work. Didn't work. Savannah Hartzler. There you go. Now, the killer actually let her go because she was just crying and the killer felt bad. Are you a crier?
Yeah.
Okay. Declan McLaughlin. Declan stared into the dark soul of the killer, and the killer just walked away. Lily Niver. There's Lily. As you know, Lily has a hard time being quiet, and the killer she was easy to find. So, there you go. Our seniors, Haley Simpson. She was trying to be friends with the killer, and the killer didn't like that, so. Our woodwind captain is in the clarinet section, and he is sick tonight. His name's Matthew He, and he couldn't be here. So our last senior is Niccolo Bellini. You know what his story is? Am I gonna guess? He's the killer. He's the killer. That's our clarinet section, everybody. All right, saxophones, you're next. Now, the saxophones were concerned that you didn't know enough about them, so they wrote some little information for you so you can kind of know more about their personalities. So they're kind of in pairs. So the first pair is Allison Arboyo and Brooke Rose. Where are you guys at? There you are. Okay, this is one of the many poems that they have written. Are you ready for this? Roses are red. Did you really write this poem? Okay. Roses are red, violets are blue. We met in jazz band, our friendship is true. All right, the next pair is Piper Lambert and June Coleman. There's Piper and June. They have actually known each other since 2nd grade, but still have not been to each other's houses. So we...
Changing in November.
All right, good. Our next two are Will Slazak and Carter Sanderson. They're down at the end over here. And they want me to tell you they have a beef to settle. Okay, good. The next pair are Renee Wagner and Alex Blue. Where are they at? They're over here. And they want you to know that they wear cowboy boots to band. All right. Our next pair is Jordan Ebelair and Hannah Frank. There they are. And this could not be more true. If you see one, you see the other. That is true. Izzy Fonte and Matthew Kirby. Now, if you know these two young people, you're going to really understand this next little saying. They have more energy than Starbucks quintuple shot latte. Our next pair is Isaac Hansen and, now, I've been practicing this all day. Yason is a freshman. I could not say his last name. I'm not sure I still can say his last name. So I've made some ways to help me say his last name. It's I either have to say Algebra Club or Elgin Club. I think his name is Yason Algebra Club. Needless to say, I call him Yason. Now, look at Isaac and look at Yason. Now, squint just a little bit. Sometimes I can't tell which one is which. All right, our next duo is Sean Starks and Owen Mahana. And they want you to know that they were day one homies. Day one homies. Audra Bell and Liliana Snipe.
Woo!
And they want you to know that they are the most excited for Christmas. Merry Christmas. Next we have Sam Liu and Caden Johnson. And they want you to know that they have ruined the most reads this year of any people in the entire band. Ruined the most reads. Next we have Noel and Ty. Noel and Ty. There they are. Now, until this year, they didn't really have much in common, and they still don't, but they both wear glasses. So, there you go. There you go. And our last duo is Xander and our drum major, Allie. Xander and Allie. Xander really likes soccer, and Allie, not so much. All right, that's our saxophone section, everybody. All right, trumpets, you are next. Trumpet section. All right, here we go. This is the most likely to list for the trumpets. Sophie Davis is most likely to have the best hair. Maddie Grinley is most likely to be the mom of the section. She's mom. Colin Johnson is most likely to give us a lecture on how to make millions of dollars. So, Colin, do you have millions of dollars?
Got an Instagram account. CUJ_copy. Go follow.
Jack Lewis is most likely to dress up as a foot for senior night. A foot. And Maggie Moore is most likely to laugh so hard you can't hear anything else. Those are the senior trumpets. Next, we have our junior trumpets. Lyndon Carlson is most likely to be a Mr. Stevens dupe. Aiden Krall. Glad you have a fan, Aiden. That's great, man. He's most likely to have no idea what's going on. Kelsey Foose is most likely to be the nicest person in the section. She's so nice. Now, Lucy Heckman is most likely to show up late to practice because she was getting a snack. Sam Hibbs is most likely to talk about Mr. Hollis. Where is he? He's here someplace. There he is. Quick story about Mr. Hollis. So this morning, my little 5th grade flutes came in, and there's this one little girl. She's been gone on vacation, and she was gone when he left, and she didn't know he was gone. And so she walks in today, and she looked really like, just so sad. I said, what's wrong? She goes, where's Mr. Hollis? I said, well, Mr. Hollis he's finished his assignment here, and he's at a different school now for his student teaching. She goes, no, I love him! And tears pouring down her face, and I said, I'm so sorry. I said, yeah, you were gone when he left, and you didn't get to say bye. That's bad. She goes, am I ever going to see him again? And I said, I don't know. She goes, but I love him! And more tears. I felt so you have a the 5th grade. She loves you, man. She loves you. All right, Lucas Raquel, most likely to act like a section leader. Aaron Rath is most likely to stick his tush out as far as he can while marching. That's how you get the chicks, man. Yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah. Travis Quick is most likely to wear the color blue. And if he was here, he would be wearing blue. Katie Wozniak is most likely, she's most likely to be extremely passive aggressive. It's true. Isabel Bone. She is most likely to laugh at anything. Anything. Aman Kohli, there's Aman. He is most likely to respond to the GroupMe message with one word. What is the one word, Aman? Asto Lee is next. There's Asto. He is most likely to blast his trumpet, but with a good tone. With a good tone. Corbin McMinn. He's most likely to be seen running on cross country across our fair city of Mahomet. Lexi McNichol is most likely to wear tie-dye. Rachel Andros. She is most likely to yap.
Like, I get told by a lot of people to, like, be quiet in the nicest way possible. To be quiet.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Lily Carlson is most likely to be rushed by Lyndon. I don't know what that means. Michael Gutierrez is most likely to not say a word. And finally, Christian Missy.
This is a missile!
So glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Great. Christian is most likely to ask what time rehearsal is. And that's also true. That's our trumpet section. All right, our mellophones, there they are. So they wrote a few thoughts down here. They want to thank you to our mellow section for being so beautiful and amazing. I said that, right? Yes, thank you to our mellow section for being so beautiful and amazing. Now, brass yourself, because your some incredible puns are just around the corner. Our junior mellow is Emmeline Culp. And the mellows are Horn to be Wild. Horn to be Wild. Our sophomore section leader mellow is Olivia Robinson. If you find yourself in any trouble, you may need to mellophone a friend. Nia yells.
Ring, ring, ring!
Hello? Our freshman mellows are Amelia Snodgrass, Calvin Tracy, Megan Smith, and Nia Bailey. That's our mellophone section. Now for the trombones. saxophones are Evan Dirk, Sr., Grace Ruby, Sr., Haley Webb, Jr., Abigail Straight, Jr., Savannah Bailey, Jr., Ainsley Smith, Jr., Lucas Holloman, Jr., Tucker Logan, sophomore, Arthur Hoffbauer, sophomore, Johnny Andros, freshman, Nathan Lewis, freshman, Charlie Richards, freshman, Kendall Zaire, freshman. And finally, Nora Casson, as she dubs Belle DeFonce, next year's brass captain. All right, baritones. Baritones, there they are. Okay, in the baritone section, we have Jacob Heaton. And he wants you to know he only missed the choreo step out in chart number 6 73 times. Good. Whose name is difficult to pronounce, is he plays baritone. He's also a drum major. Hayden Coggett. And Grant Wilson. And he just never could keep his eyes on the drum majors. Poor Grant. Autumn Booth is next. There's Autumn. And she wants you to know she's just short. She can't help it. She's just short. And Abby Blue. And she wants me to tell you she can't play any louder than piano. That's all she can do. So there's our mellophone section. Baritone section. All right, sousaphones. All right, our senior sousaphone is Elijah Beal. Junior sousaphone, Gage Edelman. Sophomores, Camden Gibson. And Titus Avery. Our freshman sousas, Carrie Davidson. And Elliot Smith.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. I now pronounce and declare Elliot Roger Smith, previous tuba, freshman, now a trombone for the remainder of the school year, never to play tuba ever again.
Trombones, you may send me back again, I don't know. All right, let's move to our front ensemble. We're going to play a game of statues with the front ensemble. Caitlin Dassenbrock, who is the doll from the show this year. She's a senior, plays bells and xylo, as the person in the middle of our statue. Caitlin will say the name and point to anyone who loses. We'll stop as they're introduced, and then we'll resume. The eliminated person will sit down. You got it, front ensemble? All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's Maddie Logsdon, our synthesizer player. Christensen, Marimba Jr., Tina Marimba. Levi Avery, sophomore marimba. Connor Harper, freshman tenor player. Jacob Jordan, freshman vibraphone player. Marin Bartles, freshman auxiliary player. And, of course, Caitlin Nassenbrock, senior. All right, our drum line. They include section leader and senior Stephen Zhang. Senior Michael Frericks. Junior Poppy Smith. Sophomore Rowan Evans. Tenor section leader Daniel Travagante. Jacob Atterbury. Isaac Fulfer. Bass section leader Nolan Doyle. John Griddle at 42nd. Zane Evans. Gavin Wisniewski. And Brody Helmuth. You may have heard of this movie this year, kind of obscure, kind of indie film that was called the Barbie movie. So they're all Barbies, and they have a little something to say about themselves. So start with the freshman. Brooklyn Torres is the Barbie that is indecisive. Julianne Risser is the Barbie that is in cheer. Violet Clinton was the Barbie that was left out of her color guard group chat. Haley Spencer, the Barbie that signed up for the Peach Bowl trip 2 weeks ago. Annika McLaughlin, the Barbie that plays too much Roblox. Brie Allison, the Barbie that's a fashion icon. Ellie Zimmerman, the Barbie that can't choose a man. Molly Boykin, this Barbie is Caleb's sister. Dean Willard, this Barbie is after the one and only Alan. Laura Fox, this Barbie is a leprechaun. Sophomores, Jayla Hawkins, this Barbie is out of pocket. Samantha Beasley, this Barbie dislocated her knee making a TikTok. Eliana Davis, this Barbie is actually a Bratz doll. Allie McGregor, this Barbie forgot about tax. Chloe Gabbard, this Barbie gives amazing senior gifts. Robin Heimball, this Barbie is Rapunzel. Abby Van Dyne, this Barbie tried to do guard last year, then came back a year later and did it for real. Adriana Sono Buchanan, this Barbie has an unhealthy obsession with airheads. Juniors, Anna Hensley, this Barbie sings Christmas songs for fun. Alex Olson, this Barbie plays Project Makeover. Hunter Buchanan, this Barbie had a pixie cut. Lai Wei, this Barbie's adorable. Addie Legacy, this Barbie's a farmer. Lydia Risser, this Barbie's a prankster. Rachel Davidson, this Barbie is stuck in Barbie land. Eva Murphy, this Barbie gets excited. Lauren Schrock, this Barbie loves Jeff Buckley. Cecilia Vermillion, this Barbie is a Tim Burton character. Melanie Hobbs, this... Security. This Barbie giggles at everything. Hannah Humphrey, Senior. This Barbie will yell one minute and tell you how much she loves you the next. Lauren Burr, this Barbie speaks for the trees. And finally, Ashley LeBay. What is your super suit? Ouch. That's our color guard. That's our color guard. All right, finally, our drum majors. Sugar and spice and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little band. But Mr. Stevens accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, chemical X. Thus, the drum major team was born. Using their ultra superpowers, Kate and Taya and Allie have dedicated their seasons to fighting crime and the forces of phasing. Our drum majors. And the entire Marching Bulldog Band. All right, guys, concert arcs, please. Not that you haven't heard these tunes before. We're going to play them for you again one more time. Who's the trumpet section? There are three of them. Katie Wozniak, Maddie Grenling, Merriman. I forgot who? I forgot Emery Parker. Emery Parker, where are you? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come up. Ladies and gentlemen, in my advanced age and poor eyesight, I left off Emery Parker. Give her a huge round of applause. All right. As you know, and as you've been shelling out of your pocketbooks, we are going to Atlanta here in about 2 months to perform in the Peach Bowl Parade and at the pregame show for the Peach Bowl game. And trying to find a really, really good parade song to play when you're in a competitive parade is tough to find. There are a lot of bad ones out there that don't sound very good. So last time we competed in a competition parade was at the Fiesta Bowl in 2019. And I liked that parade song so much, and since none of these people were in the band then, I recycled it. So I brought it back. So this is a Scorpion. We're going to be playing it in downtown Atlanta for all the people to watch and see, and hopefully come home with the first place trophy in our parade. So hope you enjoy. This is the drum line playing their cadence and the band playing a Scorpion. Now, this cadence, just so you know, was written by Russ Weber. In what? In what year did you write this cadence? 1973. And what? You were 18? 1873. 1873. And just so you know, the Marching Illini still play this cadence today. So if you saw the Illini at the marching band competition, they played this plus more. But Russ wrote this. You were in college? You were in high school. All right. So here is, what's it called? Russ's cadence? All right. you'll be hearing that song in our sleep because in a couple of weeks from now, we're going to start our parade practices. And we're going to, before school, march about a couple miles, a couple times a week, and get ready for the parade. So we're going to get our fill of that song. You'll probably hate it when it's all done, but it's going to sound good on the parade round anyway. I've mentioned in the past, when we create the show for the field show, it's probably a 6-month effort between a whole design team to come up with the music, the design, the choreography, everything that you see when we perform the show on the field. It's a long process. And we started about this time last year. We'd have Zoom meetings with the design team and try to find a really interesting show with interesting music and try to find some kind of underlying theme that goes with it. Sometimes we're very successful at that, and sometimes we're really pulling our hair out trying to find out what the next great show is going to be. So this past year, we were all talking, the design team, and we're like, let's do a show about an escape room. And we're all like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. How are we going to do that? Well, let's build some cages, and we'll have people escape from them, and it'll be awesome. We're like, okay. So I picked some music I thought would be cool with that, and we went with it. And so we went through June rehearsals, we started playing it, we went through band camp, we were learning the show, and then we got, after band camp a few weeks later, and we were in fifth hour band, and somebody in the band goes, Mr. Stevens, what's our show about? And I'm like, escape room? And they're like, we don't get it. And I'm like, me either. And one of the kids goes, Mr. Stevens, do you know that the shapes on the props and the shapes we make in the show, that's from Squid Games? And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah. They go, we should do a Squid Game show. And I went, okay. So this happened in early September?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we just brainstormed. We're like, okay, if we're going to do Squid Games, first of all, I said, what is that? They tried to explain to me what it was, and so after that class was done, I went to my office and went on YouTube and watched some of the clips from it, and I go, oh, okay, I get it. So there's squares, there's triangles, there's circles, and they match the props that we have. And then I thought, wait a minute, what if we had the drum line dress up like the guards? So we looked on Amazon, and we found the guard uniforms, and I thought, well, wait a minute, what if the front ensemble, they're like the rich people who are like putting the games on or betting on the games. So that's how this came to be. And then after our first competition, I said, Caitlin, you should be the scary doll. And so she found the scary doll outfit. And then I went on Amazon and I thought, we have 2 soloists in the show, and at the end of the Squid Games, I want to give it away, there are the final 2, which are 001, Tucker, and 456, which is Isaac. So I went online and I bought the t-shirts, and then they came up with the sweatsuits. I think, Mellophone, did you create those? Okay, anyway, so if you don't know, people are brought into this game because they have all this debt and they want to get out of debt. And these people say, hey, if you win these games, we'll wipe away all your debts. And they're like, oh, these people show up. 456 people show up. Little do they know that they're playing children's games, but if you lose, it's bad news. And so we just kind of ran with that. Then one day in practice, I go, what if we play red light, green light? And so we started doing that. And the show actually did not really come to fruition until like our second competition. We finally had it all put together and how we wanted it. So it came a long way to get where it is now, and this weird thing is almost every judge who watches this year would be like, I don't know what this is, but it's pretty cool. And one judge talked the entire tape. He's like, oh, no, this is great, love it, blah, blah, I know what this is weird, it's cool. And then he put the tape down, and then it came back on, he goes, Squid Games! Squid Games! So anyway, usually I kind of run down how we did at our competitions, and it's probably easier to do this with a visual aid rather than me just telling you what we did. So here comes Mr. Bossy Road. I will tell you one number, and we've been talking with the band about this all year long, and it was kind of our mission. We competed against 88 bands this year. And out of all our competitions, there were 88 bands. We were 87 and 1. So I thought it was pretty good. And the only band that beat us this year is probably the best band in the state of Illinois, which is Morton High School, and they are absolutely amazing. They won ISU last weekend. They made finals at BOA, and they're really awesome. So great year. So anyway, we're gonna play for you now the show. Now the music in the show has nothing to do at all with Squid Games. The music is 100-year-old classical literature. That is some of the best music ever written. The opener of the show is called Roman Festivals, or if you're a purist, Festa Romane. And it was written by Respighi, and one of my favorite pieces I ever played when I was an undergrad. And then the middle song, the ballad that you've heard us play several times, is from an opera called Turandot. And there's a song in it called Nessun Dorma, which Pavarotti really kind of made really famous. Beautiful, beautiful song and aria. And then the closer is, well, mixed throughout, is a piece called Samson Delilah by Saxophone that we play the Bacchanal from. So it's Festa Romane, Bacchanal from Samson Delilah, and Nessun Dorma from Toronto. So without further ado, let's play our 2023 feature. band, you can relax. I don't want to keep you here very much longer, but I do have a list of people that I have to thank. Mr. Bosberg and I can only do so much. We could not leave the band room without thanking these people that I need to thank right now. We'd be stuck in the band room, we'd never leave. First of all, I do need to thank Mr. Bosberg one more time, because, and I've told this before, if I think something, he's already probably started doing it already. He is the most organized person I've ever met. He is, he will do all the things that I don't want to do and doesn't complain. And he's wonderful with the kids. He's a great instructor for our junior high program, helping them at the high school. And I thank him very, very much. Thank you. We are so blessed to have maybe the best drum instructor in the Midwest.
I love you, Ryan!
About 5 years ago, I was at marching band practice down the field, and I look over and there's this guy standing next to me, and with his beautiful locks of gray hair, I thought, oh, this is somebody's grandpa in the band just watching. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? He's like, hey. And at the end, he goes, I just moved to town, and I heard you guys practicing, and I thought I'd stop by. I said, it's really nice of you. He goes, I used to teach the Cavaliers. I'm like, who? What? And he's like, so if you need any help or anything, I'd be happy to help. Yes, but can you sign this lifetime contract right here? He has done unbelievable things with our percussion sections, as you can probably tell from what you heard just now. And not only does he just give and give and give it his time and his talents, I pay him and he gives it back to me. So a lot of the new toys we have that percussion have are because Russ just gives me the money back from paying him. So Russ, you're a saint, and thank you very, very much. Our head guard instructor has a parent-teacher conference tonight, but our color guard, guys, is special. The one band that beat us this year, the Morton band, our color guard beat their color guard. They are amazing. They work so incredibly hard, and they're also, and I've lost count, I'm sure you guys know, how many state championships have you guys in Winter Guard in a row? Four in a row state championships in Winter Guard. Carrie Marino is, again, not here tonight, but she does wonderful work, and she works not only with our color guard, but also with Eureka's, and she drives back and forth from Eureka a couple times a week to do that. So, also want to thank Lexi Watkins over here. Lexi. Lexi's a Mahomet grad and former color guard captain, and graciously, and I do pay her a little pittance, and then she just buys stuff for the guard with it, but she has been wonderful helping out. She's here every day and just puts in lots of time and effort, so thank you, Lexi. I appreciate it. I don't think Jordan is here. Jordan Lund, who teaches general music at the junior high, she's a former drum major here with the Mahomet Bulldog band, and she came back to town a couple years ago, and I tapped into her because she was drum major here. When she moved to Fort Wayne, she was drum major there, and she knows her stuff, and so she helps our drum majors out and anything else that we ask her to do. So I want to thank Jordan Lund officially too. So. The design team that you guys never see, but help arrange the music, write the drill, write the percussion book. Bill Gendrich, she actually drove to Effingham last week from Aurora to watch the band and spent the evening with us. Bill's wonderful. He's written for us for about 25 years, and just a great, great writer. Steve, what's his last name? Piter. He has written our music, arranged our music for us for the last several years. He, this year, just got the head job at Marian Catholic High School. Greg Bim, who had been there for over 40 years, retired finally, and our arranger, Stephen Piter, took over for at Marian Catholic. I hope he can still write for us. I hope he's not too busy and can still write for us. Our percussion book is written by Jesse Bax. He's from the Indianapolis area. He has worked with the Cavaliers and high schools and all kinds of stuff. He's very, very talented. Fishers, yeah. Very, very talented man. Our sound, we are so lucky to have a gentleman who comes out after work, every competition with us, fixes everything that you see in front of you that falls apart, and also runs our sound for us. Eric Logan, thank you much. We have some of the best uniforms in all of marching band, and everywhere we go, people love our uniforms, and they are high maintenance. And I want to thank all of our uniform parents. If you guys would stand up, please, and be recognized, all of our uniform parents. Andrea and Elizabeth and I, Andrea and I go way back. She was in, Rose Parade with me. Yeah. And Elizabeth, again, both you guys are just wonderful, wonderful helpers, and I appreciate you guys so much. We also have a ton of parents who help out with our pit equipment and our podiums. If you helped out this year with our pit or podiums at any competition or football game, would you stand up and be recognized, please? We have a lot of things we have to move and get different places, and we have some wonderful people that give their Saturdays up to help drive for us. So our drivers of our big rigs, would you guys stand up for me, please, if you're here? And Andrea's husband, who's an over-the-road driver, on the weekends when he's not driving, he drives for us. So big thank you to Todd Bennett also. I want to thank our booster board because they are so crucial to making sure that we have everything that we could possibly need. So I want to make a big thank you to our booster board. If you're a booster board person, stand up, please. We have people that do all of our picture work for us to make sure the kids look good with publicity photos and all the wonderful signage that we have. So if you were a picture parent this year, would you stand up and be recognized? Picture parent. I want to give a big shout out to the Frericks because we, for the first time ever, and because of them, everybody in the band got an Escape t-shirt or a sweatshirt, and it was just so nice of them to do that. So thank you, Frank, for them doing that. Also designing that shirt and helping get that all put together was Heather Hibbs. Is Heather here tonight? Heather? Heather, there she is. Hi, Heather. Thank you very much for doing that. We have some really awesome, cool props that are giant and have to put together every time we compete. And if you helped build, design, paint, put together any of our props, would you stand up and be recognized, please? We get, during band camp, we get such a wonderful spread of food and snacks. If you helped out with snacks during band camp, we want to thank you too, because I like those snacks too. Any snack people here tonight? Every year we go to Allerton and we spend the night and get a lot of really important work done. And we couldn't do it without our Allerton chaperones. Stand up, Allerton chaperones. Thank you very much. As you can see, it takes a village to put this together. This is not a two-man show by any means. And finally, we got to thank Mr. Hollis. He's not speaking. You want to say anything? You want me to translate for you? No. Mr. Hollis, student taught with us during the first 8 weeks, and he was a crowd favorite, obviously, and did a lot of work with us, helped out the kids a lot in all the grades, 5 through 12, and we're very glad that he was here with us, so thank you very much. All right, we got one more thing to do, then we're going to pack it up. Yes? Senior banners are on the table. Senior banners on the table, don't forget that.
Thank you. Thank you, Lisa.
All right.
Before we play, let's give one big round of applause for Mr. Steve.
After 31 years, you would think that it would get old and that I would not enjoy it like I used to. I still do. I still enjoy it very, very much. I still enjoy the first day of band camp when everyone's still fresh and happy. And then getting to this part of the season too, when it's all over, it's very fulfilling and worthwhile. And I'm looking forward to my last couple years with the band, and hopefully we'll go out with a bang. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. This is where the audience participation part happens. So I need you to all stand up for me if you can. If you're able to, stand up.
Mr. Steven.
Yes.
Hey, one
What?
more thing, man. Never back down, never won.
That's been our motto this year, thanks to Matthew Kirby. So there you go. Hold on, my wife's calling me. Let's see what she wants. Hello? Everyone say hi. Mel said hi. She goes, you're still in school then? Yeah. So we're going to play the school song. Is that what okay, bye.
Love you.
My wife's in Branson, Missouri with her sister and her brother, and they're having a little vacay without me, so. All right, so we're gonna play a school song. I need you guys to sing. I need you guys to clap your hands. We need to cheer on our Bulldogs. And get ready for tomorrow night's playoff football game. Here we go. Now, if you are a junior high percussionist, this is the time we have set aside. We want you to come meet and greet our drum line and our front ensemble. You're going to get to meet Russ. You're going to get to play our instruments. So don't run away. All right? Thank you all so much. We'll see you next time.